What's up guys, I'm Jake, this is Tyler, and we have a jam-packed video for you guys.
Make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video to watch us rip this 2019 McLaren 600 LT down the back street of the shop for the first time ever.
What's up guys, Jake here. This is going to be more of a vlog style type of video, but it is Saturday. We got a parts delivery in at McLaren of Newport Beach, so we're going to head down there and pick up some parts. All right, we're picking up the kids. Camille, say hi to the camera. J-Mill. And we're going to head out. All right, we're pulling up right now.
Feels really weird. I still don't feel like I belong here, but I'm McLaren. Come on, kids, let's go.
Should probably say
you
something.
can't touch anything. Don't touch it, you can't buy. See the McLaren, the orange one?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Is that ours?
No, ours is at showtime. Looking for Jordan. Is he around?
Is he a famous YouTuber now?
No. you know the grind. He'd do it too.
Too much.
Yeah, that's good though.
So yeah, I have the parts in my office.
Okay.
You texted me that one time about getting certain parts. Has that been an issue?
Not for the stuff I needed.
Okay.
Nope. Not an issue. The paint.
Yeah, that's
always
a struggle.
I knew it was a problem for McLaren. So it looks like I'm gonna just go with make my own color again. And make something unique out of it. The purists won't approve, but it'll be fun. What kind of little car is yours? What kind of car is it?
Sweet. Well, yeah. Once you get the car going, come on down.
I definitely
do the drives with us. And
Yeah.
whatnot.
What kind of drives you do?
I mean, sometimes we'll do like Ortega Highway.
Okay.
Like last one we did through there. We started here at like 9 a.m. on a Sunday. Did Ortega, which drops you down like behind Elsinore, and then we went down to the Temecula wineries. There was probably 40 or 50 cars. All had lunch. Did some wine tasting.
I'm looking forward to that, man. Meeting all sorts of new people, and getting involved in all that. So
there's a lot of very interesting, unique, different people that you meet in this industry.
Yeah, I'm sure. Not a popular guy or anything, but I'm a third generation in this, you know. So it is my life, and it's been a dream of mine.
Repaint the entire car yourself.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for you.
So I'm trying to do something wild, but McLaren has so many great colors. Like I made some really cool color spray outs. It's like, wow, that's beautiful. And I'm like, you know what? That looks just like Volcano Red. And then I go look at Volcano Red and I'm like, oh, I gotta try something different.
That is like the one color that nobody can seem to like even get cllose to.
Right, to match it.
Yeah, you like think you're close. Like there's a few paint guys, I'm like, they're like, we just can't do it. We can't figure it out.
Right.
Can match every other color.
So the people, they order the paint from McLaren and it comes to them is that how the shops that are certified?
Yeah, like the authorized body shops.
Right.
Yeah, they get it directly from McLaren.
Lamborghini doesn't lock their paint codes up like that.
No.
I sprayed, I don't know if you know, but back in the day I built like Subarus and stuff. That's what when I was about his age. I was building Subarus and I tore one down to the guts and repainted it Verde Ethica from the frame up and did all the car shows and stuff. So I have experience with that, but I'm trying to do something like different and wild.
That's secured.
Bag secured. Just kidding, it's a Ford key.
Alright guys, bag secured. We have received our parts from McLaren, Lamborghini Newport Beach. And my buddy Jordan here, he hooked us up with a weekend delivery because the parts department's only open Monday through Friday. So yeah, I met Jordan probably 3 or 4 years ago now. I just saw him on Instagram and saw he worked here and hit him up one day back when I was thinking of taking that that route of you know, putting the least I could down on a 570S and financing it, and it was definitely possible at the time, and I was getting comfortable with the idea. So went down and met Jordan at the old location for McLaren Newport Beach, and this guy was just nothing but cool. He was totally humble, genuine person, and you know, salesman, which is it can be hard to find in this industry, especially when you get into higher end cars. So you know, I really like Jordan, and really appreciate the patience he took with me and all the information he gave to me and taking me out, you know, for a test drive in a 570 and opening my eyes to that experience. And it's really what kick-started the whole thing. Like I said, I could have taken that route, which would have been the easier route for me, but all the experience that I'm gathering from this, and all the fun I'm having with it, and the enjoyment I'm having with the crew at the shop and my nephew and everything like that, it's worth it to me to take that harder route. So anyway, just a little story about how I met Jordan here at Lamborghini, McLaren. I think it's Koenigsegg, Bugatti as well. They're building that next door in Newport Beach. So if anyone out there needs anything from one of these dealerships, come talk to Jordan Houck down here. He's the man. He's a super cool guy, and he will be sure to take care of you. Alright guys, after a long day driving and picking up our parts from McLaren Newport Beach. We're back. Currently 8:36. We are going to do a parts unboxing, and I'm going to throw this stuff on the car so the car is movable now. We bought a wheel liner, $230. Hub assembly, 577 big ones. Now on the suspension for this car, this hub was not really damaged per se, but after taking a hit like that on a wheel, especially on a high performance car, I didn't want to take any chances of it coming apart down the road or being problematic, so we went ahead and ordered a new one. You can see this is it right here. So feels nice and smooth. This is where, interestingly enough, you can see splines in here where this is probably shared with an all-wheel drive car, which I would think maybe the 720S platform might use the same hub, because there's no need for splines if there's not an axle that's going to go in here on a rear-wheel drive car. So that's interesting. This is our money saver right here. The top hat for the strut. So this thing, it was just disintegrated on the top of our strut, all wobbly and sloppy. I was afraid you have to buy the whole strut, but fortunately we were able to get this as one piece from McLaren for really cheap, a couple $100 versus $4,000 or so for a new strut. Let me just take a minute to appreciate this. I never thought I would be here opening boxes that say this kind of stuff on them. That's pretty cool. Interesting note about McLaren parts, non-returnable. Once ordered, you cannot return them, and they make you pay for them ahead of time. So this little doohickey here is the mount for the door shock. So this mounts to the body, and then there's a little ball stud that screws in here, and the door shock snaps onto it, and then the other end goes on the door. And I couldn't quite tell if that one was damaged, and it was cheap enough, so I did want to make sure I ordered and replaced it to make sure I didn't have any fitment issues with the door. So we have a rubber grommet for the door shock down on the rocker panel. We have a plastic grommet that goes around the door latch on the uniside, so it just kind of makes it all pretty inside there. It sits in there. Got our door shock. That was busted off of the car, and the used door that was supposed to have come with one, the shock was bent on the used door, so that was not cool. But this was not too expensive either, a couple $100. I'm not going to unwrap these, but we have our 2 rear brake ducts, so they bolt underneath the car and funnel air up to the brakes. That's it, guys. That is all you get for $1,855 from McLaren. Actually, not that bad. Most of this stuff was pretty reasonably priced. The thing that was kind of out of line was that wheel hub. I've seen them, I mean, as far as normal cars go, I've seen normal cars for around $300. So this is about double the price of that, but not ridiculously outrageous. So yeah, this is gonna get the car running, driving, and allow us to continue repairing the body of the car and fit that door. We couldn't fit it without that strut because that thing just provides a lot of stability there. So. Okay, now we're gonna work on transferring the hub assembly over. So I got the big boy with the 1/2 inch to 3/8 reducer. That barely did it. Detail somewhere probably, I hope. Well, it looks like the used control arm that we received came with this spacer bushing thing still on it from when they removed it from the knuckle, and our knuckle still has its spacer bushing thing in there. So I need to work on removing this from there so that I can install this properly. Okay, so off camera over there, I did get the spacer out of the knuckle, or the bushing out of the knuckle instead of off the control arm, because I was struggling with that. And it is like a tapered fit onto the control arm ball joint. So whenever it gets tightened on there, it just like really sets in there, versus inside of the control arm, it's just kind of a slide-in fit. There's nothing tapered. So we'll use a slave nut to make sure we tighten and bring that all the way down to the bottom of that spacer. Then we'll take that slave nut off and torque our lock nut on there. Check it out, guys. What do you want to do what are you gonna do if you need to torque a bolt that the stud is spinning inside it, and it's designed to spin, but it has the little Allen on top, or the torque on top, that you hold, and you tighten the bolt on the bottom. What do you want to do? What are you going to do if you need to torque that with a torque wrench? Snap-on has a really neat. It's not just Snap-on. I mean, you got other companies that I'm sure make these, but it's like an offset socket set. It's a kit that comes with these offset socket type thing. So basically the simple concept of it is you take this and you put it on your bolt. Then you take your Allen, your torque wrench, and you are able to hold your bolt while you turn the torque wrench and tighten your nut. There she blows. Simple enough. We have our nut here that I just torqued. I'm gonna draw a little line down onto this heat shield. So you can see it lines up with the stationary part to the nut. So we'll know if anything's moved, and when I go to do the final assembly and check on this thing, I can glance at every bolt that I may have touched and make sure that it's been. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I didn't think I'd be able to get on that bolt back behind the shock there for the upper control arm to the frame. So I tightened it as tight as I thought it should be with the gear wrench, and then I realized, well, I can use these offset torque wrench head things. I don't know the exact term for them, but I could get it up in there. I did, and it was easily 10 Newton meters too loose. So got all 4 of those torqued. Now it's time to mark them and move on to the bottom. Okay, control arms for the most part, where they mount to the knuckle and where they mount to the body, should be installed to snug, and then the suspension should be loaded to an extent, ideally at curb weight, and then they should be torqued. bolt in right here. We're gonna put this wheel speed sensor
Yeah.
in. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's the sensor that tells the car how fast it's going, okay?
Yeah. Is it gonna go this fast?
No. But I started that bolt up, okay? Now you're gonna take your ratchet here.
That is all tightened.
No, still loose.
That means it's moving.
Yep,
When-
keep going.
When it's done moving, is it tight?
Right there, keep going. It's getting tight.
Yeah.
Keep going, right there. Stop. You see how it's lined up with the old white line?
Yeah.
That means it's a good tightness. Let me just double check it, okay? Look, now we're gonna mark it so we know we tightened it. Gonna put a red mark here, okay? Red. Right there. Now, when we look at it later, we know we tightened it, huh?
Yeah.
You're silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see myself on the camera.
You're crazy.
All right, guys, Jameson's over here helping me put the wheels back on the car while Tyler buttons up the suspension over there. What's your job? What have you been doing?
Getting out the lugs.
Yeah, and you're getting ready to put them on, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready to put the wheel on.
Good. All right, guys, it's Saturday. It's 11:15 at night. These 3-year-olds are still awake. Their mom's out of town, so it's just us being irresponsible with them. But the car is ready to come off the rack. And also, don't mind the sweet boat in the background that just got a fresh polished and ceramic coating. Fire. I haven't been active a lot in this episode, but I've been present, so you ready for it to happen? All right, guys, the car's on the ground. It is functional, and we can't wait. So we're just gonna rip it around the block real quick. I'm moving Tyler's truck. Straighten. Look how close he is to hitting that hole. Crank it. Hey! Woo! The wheels aren't torqued, bro. I used the mini impact on it.
All right, come back around.
This is a monumental moment for me. This will be my first time driving. Am I driving it?
Want to?
All right. First time ever driving a supercar after I buckle the kid in. Woo! I'm excited.
I mean,
She's not.
Huh?
Gas, can we?
That's
gas. Okay.
So once you get straight here, go ahead and get into it. Don't stay in it, okay? Past Frito, like it stops good too.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay.
That ain't gonna stop.
Yep.
Hey, while these guys are here, I want to get a roller.
There's the launch button.
I wasn't expecting that. I was not. Wow. I was not expecting that. Jesus Christ.
Alrighty guys, that is gonna conclude the suspension repairs on the McLaren 600 LT here. Super stoked on this. We're able to drive the car around the block. It's driving great, it's tracking straight. All the features are working. We have some error messages on the dash that we're working on addressing because the whole car is taken apart. But look, this is just that much more motivation to get this car done, together, registered, and driving back on the road. So thank you guys for joining us for the journey, and we'll see you on the next episode.